Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Throwing here on first down. Flacco. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check 99. Check 99.
Block working out of the gun. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game.
You got tight right there. Out.
On second and a long way to go. Lock, flush to his right. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball. Ball in the secondary.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Lock. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Check 50. Tight on. Check. Back. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Todd Davis, the Broncos' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Good job, D. That's right.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Philip Lindsay, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw, 80 weapon.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Ready.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Safety's creeping.
Block now on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Check.
Leo.
Undercrunch. 25. Check 25. Kill.
Let's go.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Philip Lindsay. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Well, we talked about Philip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Philip Lindsay. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
We got this.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
36.
Hey, alert. Ran, hey, Charlie.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Cohen, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. This is Cohen. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Getting the sense Charles are going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Watch your slack, watch your slack. Watch your slack. Hey, 18.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Flushed out right. The completion to Riddick. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Rush in, roll out. Check 26, shoot.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lock. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke finds his rookie first-rounder. It's Noah Fant. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Lock in.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
Here's Grant. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
It's a gain of 6.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here, Bravo.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0.
Let's go.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. 1st down, a run with Cohen. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Alert. Hey, check right 47.
Watch the run.
2nd and 5 now. Trubisky. This is caught. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
Complete to Allen Robinson.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the 1st half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Take left, alert, 3 down.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Corey Grant, his first touchdown of the new season as the Bears push further out in front.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Wild Bill. Tighten up.
Go on. Ready.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Check nickel.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
So don't say nothing. Mike's 47.
Hey, Zoo.
Hey, I'm coming.
Hey, check Mike 47. 18. Red, jump.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. With a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he slides to avoid the hit. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. And his throw is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Check.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Watch the whip. Watch the ass.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 yards there, first down. The sixth season in Denver now for Emmanuel Sanders after those 4 years in Pittsburgh. And you may recall, Sanders tore his Achilles December 5th last year in practice. But before the injury, he was on his way to another 1,000-yard season. Would have been his fourth in his first 5 years in the Bronco youth. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From midfield, here's Locke. Left side here to Sanders. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 14.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Shotgun snap to Locke. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain of 31 on third down. Here's Locke. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 28-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position.
Check your hot read.
They run. This is Cohen. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll run forward to Tariq Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding.
Get ready. Get ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A good pickup after the penalty, 12 yards, and it's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Locke. Throw left side, it's reeled in by Hamilton. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play there for Denver. 44 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Flush to his right. His throw incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but now it'll be third down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Locke. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Throwing now is Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Here's Locke to throw.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
57's the mic.
Go on.
He's not going to get me. Jim, get it.
Clock's going to sneak him. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down.
That's it, baby. That's it.
This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is third and goal. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is third and goal. Blocked now on third and goal. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
I don't think you got it, son. Kill.
Hey, 18.
Check three.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 47-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Again, it's Cohen. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Bears on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Watch the screen.
Blue. 34's the mic. He's coming. Check him.
Hey, wahoo. 34's the mic.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Out of the gun, Trubisky, flushed out right. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield.
Let's go.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go. Hey, switch gears.
They try again with Cohen. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game.
The Bears on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. On third down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that. Coaches want to. I remember
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman able to record his 5th sack of the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Rush in. Leo. 26. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.